There is a quiet conspiracy of silence around aging. You might think you know what to expect. You anticipate the gray hair, perhaps a few wrinkles. But there is a collection of unspoken, often uncomfortable truths that no one truly prepares you for. These are the subtle, sometimes frustrating shifts in behavior, body, and mind that can leave you feeling like a stranger in your own life. You might find yourself snapping at a loved one for no clear reason, forgetting the name of a neighbor you've known for 20 years, or feeling a sudden, bone-deep exhaustion in the middle of the afternoon. These moments can feel embarrassing, isolating, and they can quietly make you wonder if you're losing your edge, or worse, losing yourself. Let me introduce you to Elena. She's a vibrant 67-year-old who, until recently, prided herself on being the one who held everything together. She remembered every birthday, organized the community garden, and somehow always had energy to spare. But lately, Elena has noticed changes. She cancels plans because the thought of socializing feels overwhelming. She catches her reflection and wonders when her posture changed. And some days, she feels oddly invisible. If you see a bit of yourself in Elena, I want you to know something important. You are not alone. These unpleasant changes are not failures of character. They are biological and psychological realities of life after 60. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on 12 things seniors often do as they age that are rarely discussed openly. We'll walk through Elena's journey, not just to understand what is happening, but why it's happening. And most importantly, how you can navigate these changes with dignity, clarity, and grace. This is about reclaiming confidence. So take a deep breath, settle in, and let's explore the reality of aging with honesty and wisdom. The first change Elena noticed was an embarrassing slip of the mind, names and specific details vanishing at the worst possible moments. It happened in the produce aisle. She ran into a woman she'd known for over a decade, a woman whose children she had watched grow up. Elena smiled, went to say hello, and suddenly realized with horror, the name was completely gone. Not on the tip of her tongue, gone. This is one of the most common and unsettling experiences of aging. But here's the reassurance. It is not necessarily a sign of dementia. More often, it's a change in retrieval speed. As we age, the brain processes information more slowly. And with a lifetime of memories stored away, the filing system simply takes longer to search. The truly unpleasant part is the social awkwardness it creates. Many seniors begin avoiding conversations altogether, just to prevent embarrassment. The solution starts with releasing the shame. Be honest. Say something light like, "My brain is buffering today." And writing things down is not a weakness. It's a smart strategy. Keep a small notebook or use your phone to jot down names right after interactions. That simple habit reinforces memory and prevents future anxiety. Not long after the memory lapses began, Elena noticed something else. A sudden, unexplainable exhaustion. Not the kind that comes after a long day. This was a wall of fatigue that hit out of nowhere. She used to clean the house, run errands, and cook dinner in one stretch. Now, after vacuuming just 2 rooms, she feels an overwhelming need to sit down. Many seniors experience this sudden battery drain, often leading them to cancel plans at the last minute, which others may misinterpret as flakiness. The truth is biological. As we age, our mitochondria, the power plants of our cells, become less efficient. Your energy envelope simply gets smaller. The mistake is trying to push through. That only leads to a crash. The better strategy is pacing. Embrace the power pause. Resting for 20 minutes after a task isn't laziness. It's recharging. When you break your day into smaller activity blocks, with intentional rest in between, you often accomplish more, not less. Then there's weight gain. The stubborn kind that appears without invitation. Elena hasn't changed her breakfast. She walks the same route she always has. And yet, her clothes feel tighter around the middle. This can feel like a betrayal by your own body. But what's really happening is a shift in physiology. As we age, we naturally lose muscle mass, a process called sarcopenia. Less muscle means a slower resting metabolism. You burn fewer calories just existing than you did 10 years ago. The solution isn't eating less. It's eating smarter and moving differently. Prioritize protein at every meal. It helps preserve muscle. And incorporate resistance training, even light bands or bodyweight movements. This tells your body to keep burning fuel efficiently. It's not punishment. It's adaptation. One of the most tedious changes Elena noticed was her social calendar slowly turning into a medical one. Dentist, optometrist, cardiologist, dermatologist. Waiting rooms start to feel like a second home. It can feel as though your life is being medicalized. And many seniors complain about this understandably. But this is where perspective matters. Frequent checkups aren't a sign of weakness. They're a longevity strategy. Think of it like high-level maintenance for a classic car. These visits catch problems early, before they become catastrophic. To reduce overwhelm, keep a dedicated health journal. When you manage your records and questions, you become the project manager of your own health, not a passive participant. Elena has always loved reading, but lately she notices something unsettling. She reads the same page 3 times and still doesn't absorb it. Her attention drifts after just a few minutes. This loss of deep focus is a quiet grief for many seniors. It's not that learning stops, it's that the brain becomes less effective at filtering distractions. Background noise, worries, or movement intrude more easily than they used to. The antidote is single tasking. Turn off the TV when you read. Put the phone in another room during conversations. By reducing noise, you give your brain the space it needs to engage fully. Perhaps the most painful shift is the shrinking of one's inner circle. Elena spends more time alone than she ever imagined. Friends move away. Others pass on. Eventually, many seniors stop reaching out, not because they don't care, but because loss hurts. This isolation often shows up as withdrawal. Here's the truth no retirement brochure mentions. You must work harder than ever to maintain a social life. You can't wait for the phone to ring. You must be the initiator. Joining groups, book clubs, walking circles, volunteer work isn't optional. It's emotional survival. Physically, Elena notices the noises. The groan when standing. The sigh when bending down. Stiffness creeps in because joint lubrication decreases, and cartilage thins with age. But surrendering to stiffness only makes it worse. Remember this mantra. Motion is lotion. Gentle daily movement, stretching, walking, yoga, keeps joints usable. Not extreme, just consistent. Sleep has also become a battleground. Elena wakes at 3 a.m., mind racing, body tired. This fragmented sleep fuels irritability the next day. Biologically, melatonin production declines, and deep sleep stages shorten. Sleep hygiene becomes essential. Cool, dark bedroom. Limit fluids before bed. And if you wake up, don't fight the bed. Get up. Do something calming. Return only when sleepy. Train your brain to associate the bed with rest, not worry. Her senses have dulled too. The TV gets louder. Conversations get harder. Untreated hearing and vision loss are major contributors to cognitive decline. This isn't vanity territory. Staying connected matters more than pride. Modern devices are discreet and powerful. Your senses are your bridge to the world. Protect them. Temperature sensitivity follows. Cold feels colder. Heat feels heavier. Layering becomes your best ally. It preserves comfort and family peace. And then there's the mood. Patience wears thinner. Pain, fatigue, and frustration compound. Recognize it early. Pause. Breathe. Ask, is this worth my blood pressure? Mindfulness isn't fluff. It's maintenance. Finally, the hardest shift of all. Refusing to ask for help. This isn't stubbornness. It's fear. But true independence isn't doing everything alone. It's making smart choices that keep you safe and connected. Asking for help is not surrender. It's leadership. Aging is not for the faint of heart. It requires courage, adaptation, and a good sense of humor. Elena's story reminds us that change does not erase worth. You can adapt, you can adjust, and you can continue living a life rich with meaning. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Which of these challenges have you experienced? And what's one strategy that's helped you cope? Your insight might be exactly what someone else needs today. If this video brought you value, please like and subscribe to Everwise Living. We're building a community dedicated to mastering the art of aging, and we want you with us. Until next time, live wisely and age well.